I've waited so many years for answers, they've kept me yearning. Memories becoming clear before the night turns to fear. Ooh. So tell me how I'm doing, and tell me what I am. Those baseless, endless questions are calling for me back. Ooh, I've watched you become yourself. Your enemies kept within reach. Don't be fooled by the camera's eyes when all you say is with your mouth full of lies. So tell me how I'm doing, and tell me what I am. Those baseless, endless questions are calling for me back. Rose-colored glasses painted by him. Everything lasts when nothing begins. Destiny's comfort changes so fast. Miracles happen, but they never come back. 'Cause what am I doing, and why does it matter when everything's made out of blood-tainted water? I tried to run, but I never could hide behind your walls and dirty parasites. So tell me how I'm doing it. Tell me what I am. Oh, those baseless, endless questions are calling for me back. Ooh, 'cause whatever happened to being alive for you? Just you. I've waited so many years for answers, they've kept me yearning. Memories becoming clear before the night turns to fear. Ooh, so tell me how I'm doing, and tell me what I am. Those baseless, endless questions are calling for me back. Ooh, I've watched you become yourself. Your enemies kept within reach. Don't be fooled by the camera's eyes when all you say is with your mouth full of lies. So tell me how I'm doing, and tell me what I am. Those baseless, endless questions are calling for me back. Ooh. when nothing begins. Destiny's comfort changes so fast. Miracles happen, but they never come back. 'Cause what am I doing and why does it matter when everything's made out of blood-tainted water? I tried to run, but I never could hide behind your walls and dirty parasites. So tell me how I'm doing it. Tell me what I am. Oh, those baseless, endless questions are calling for me back. Ooh, 'cause whatever happened to being alive for you? Just you. Hello, hello, hello. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful afternoon. Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh my God, it's evening. Oh, what a beautiful evening. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a wonderful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful day. Welcome on into the stream, everybody. The passage of time, indeed. Oh, how are we doing today? Happy Friday. We are doing a rare evening stream because I had a thing. And so now we're here. And how you doing, Aqua? It's good to see you. How was the live? It was so fun. It was really fun. It was honestly, it just was like bunch of people in chat bonding over their immigrant child trauma, and just like seeing the process of a cool independent movie being made, and just like some of the ins on how that happens. It was super cool, and like we got to see a little bit of the script, and I'm extremely excited to see it. It looks like a lot of fun, but also will deliver a gut punch. And it was, yeah, just cool to hear the people involved talking about the process and chatting about like what they're still doing. They've locked in the script and should be filming in the next few weeks. And I like how involved the audience is. Like they were like, hey, if you have a house in LA that's like very your elderly auntie's home that you went to as a child vibes, let us know for a filming location. So it's cool. I like all the involvement of community and just the taking us through the process. It was really fun. I'm glad that I got to attend it. Yeah. You know, it's kind of wild to me that it's October. Like, it's the beginning of the month, and I feel tired in anticipation of this month. And Yeah, in my head there was more time till October, but then there wasn't. And everything happened, and it's gonna be fine. And we're gonna be fine, and it's all gonna happen, and it's all gonna be fine. But I'm tired in anticipation. Um, yeah, yeah. How's your Friday going? Do you have any plans on the weekend? Does anyone have any plans on the weekend? I'd love to hear about it. I do like fall though, so that stuff makes me happy. Like, I want all my apple ciders, I want all my pumpkin spice, I want all my sweaters, though it was like 24 degrees Celsius today, so that was rude. Um, I just had work, fair enough. So now you're in wee woo mood. I'm at my cousin's wedding for the weekend. Ooh, fun. Fun. I hope you have a blast, and welcome on in, Smack. Good to see you. Um, I hope you enjoyed the live like I enjoyed the live. um, yeah. I was really happy that less of my friends were getting married this year, because last year I had so many weddings to attend, and then me and all my closest friends were also all turning 30. So it, it was a chaos of a summer. Um and I'm glad that this summer was, I mean, no, it was chaotic in different ways, but at least I didn't have 7 million weddings to attend. In fact, I only had one wedding to attend, I think. Yeah, it was just the one. So that was nice. That was nice. And yeah, because I was like, last year can't happen again. Y'all decided all to pick the same year. And why did you do that actually? So I'm glad that this summer wasn't quite as wild as that, and that we could have a little bit a few more a few more free weekends. And this weekend that I have coming up right now, that we are in right now, is a do nothing weekend, which is great because I had things last weekend and I will the next 2 weekends. And I'm excited to get some rest this weekend in anticipation of all those things. And also do things that I need to do, because there are things that I do need to do. And yeah. Do nothing weekends are a gift. They really are a gift. Like, I I needed it so badly. I am just, oh, nice Aqua, nice Aqua. I needed it so badly. Um and it's, yeah. Like, I'm already like, tonight already feels so nice because I know that tomorrow is the do nothing weekend start, and I love that. My hold for the 7th volume of Lore Olympus came in, so that's exciting. I'll probably read that tomorrow, 7th volume. And I have the 8th as well, so I have 2 volumes. Woo, Bandcamp Friday. Hi, Pinball. Welcome on in. Woo, indeed. BRB. Sounds good, Aqua. Yeah, so I'll probably read those this weekend. And yeah, volume 9 just came out. I did preemptively hold it at the library, but I was like 5th in line from the release. So, but it is a graphic novel, so people read it faster than other books generally. So, hi Trina, good to see you. Good to see you too. How's it going? Nice to have you here, Pinball. Yeah, so I'm excited to read those, and it's been nice just reading a bunch of graphic novels recently because life has been swamped, and I just like wanted quick things that I enjoyed but wouldn't take too much time, but also part of it I think was I've read a lot of really heavy books this year, and I needed some books that were like not quite as devastating. So that's been nice. That's been nice, you know. Sometimes we need just a little less devastation in our reading. Especially when the world is on fire. And that's not to say I won't continue reading devastating books. I will. That's who I am. It's what I do. Like, whenever I tell people what my favorite books are, they're like, "Are you okay?" Like, there was nothing happy in any of those. And I'm like, listen, I am who I am, and that's just how it is. And sometimes I read things that are a little lighter. They're not like completely light, but they're a little lighter. I finally picked up my local library card 3 years after moving, but here I am. Hey, better late than never. Support your local libraries. Did you know that even if you never use your library card, just getting a library card helps libraries with their funding immensely? So even if you literally never go to the library, get your card, because that does loads to help. You can even get it on Libby, which is an app. So you can get ebooks for free and audiobooks for free. And then Canopy is an app for movies and TV, all for free through the library. And then Hoopla also has audiobooks and music and ebooks and movies and TV shows, and no holds. So that's exciting. Yes, this is what I read. Exactly. There's so many options. And then also libraries, you can rent things that aren't books. And I don't think a lot of people know that. Like, you can rent instruments at the library. You can rent audio equipment. You can rent cameras. Like, you can even like rent passes to like national parks and stuff. And you can rent like sports equipment. Like, you can literally rent so many things at the library. So yeah, highly recommend. I forget who it was in chat that said they wanted to get into guitar again but didn't want to like commit to buying one, and I was like, get one to rent at the library, and then if for free rental, right? And then if you like it and see yourself playing it a lot, then you can decide to buy it for reals. I want to help support, but also need to get back to reading and not just staring at my screen. Mood. Yeah, ours has passes to museums and parks. I'm excited to try that out. Yeah, absolutely. Like, why pay for a day pass when your library has passes for free? For free. Did I mention it's for free? Free. The main branch has some 3D printers, laser cutters, which could be cool. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not a librarian, but I'm always talking about libraries, and one of my very close friends is a librarian. So, um, yeah. So yeah. In addition to Bandcamp Friday, we have the merch for our upcoming fundraiser on the weekend of October 17th available. So if you would like to get some stuff to celebrate ahead of time, all the proceeds will go directly to the Sunshine Fund. And if you're lurking and you're streaming for the event, you can wear it. Obviously, all this is optional. There's plenty of ways to support the event. However, if you would like to support with some merch, we've got some lovely stuff designed by Emily and Wonder. And yeah, it's cute. It's all cute. It's all stuff that like you'll want to wear. But yeah, libraries, man. Libraries are sick. So much. You can get so much at the library. You can get so much for free at the library. And it's just wonderful. It's a wonderful grand old time. And I encourage it wherever I can. Yeah. I think there's a lot of people that just like don't really know how much you can use at a library. Like the books are already incredible, but so much more than books. Libraries, support your libraries. They're in desperate need of it. Please support your libraries, especially in this day and age. Support your libraries. It's literally a third space. It's a place you can go without spending any money, and that's totally acceptable. Like, I want more third spaces out there in the world, but like, it's great that libraries are one of them. I love that. I love that. I want more third spaces, but libraries are a fantastic third space. Oh my god. Um yeah, it's fantastic. It's pretty freaking cool. Um yeah, and like I own the first 3 books in the Lore Olympus series that I got at a used bookstore. And like I love them and like wouldn't mind having them as a collection eventually, but like I by no means need them. Like, I don't think they're books that like that many volumes, right? Because they are graphic novels and there's so many volumes. I don't think I really need all of them, especially right now when I'm living in a small space. So getting them all at the library was great. Plus they're big and heavy. Can we build our own third space like Twitch, only IRL? Can we get an island? Ugh. There's this College Humor sketch from way back where they basically just reinvented third spaces. And it was kind of funny because everyone was like, why don't these exist like commonly and everywhere? Because they should. And like, this comedy skit suddenly turned into, dang, I'm sad that we don't have these really. And yeah. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard. I would love some more. I would love some more, honestly. Cuz like, so many spaces are now like, you do have to pay to rent them. Even if they give that kind of vibe, it's not a true third space because you are still paying to be there. Um so yeah. We need more of them. We need more of them, and more of them would make me happy. Twitch Island would be kind of cool. Honestly, yeah, it would be pretty sick. It would be pretty sick. Um, yeah. Also, application form that just popped in to chat for the fundraising event happening 17th to 20th. We're closing signups tonight. Tonight will be closing signups. With some exceptions for people I've talked with separately. But otherwise, we're closing signups tonight. And after that, if we need anyone else, we're going to be doing direct reach outs. So check out the form if you are lurking and a streamer and would like to participate. IRL raid trains, literal trains, literal trains. We can literally have a train that goes from person to person. And each of those people have a different activity planned. And it's all... Wait, I love that idea. Wait, I love that idea. Oh my god. On like a literal train. Wouldn't that be fun? And like, everyone has something planned, whether it be music or art or games or whatever. That would be so cute. I love that idea. I'm obsessed with that idea. I'm truly obsessed with that idea. Yeah. Yeah, we love it. We absolutely love it. Um so cute. So cute. But yeah, I think we're all just craving more wholesome, positive, community-based spaces that aren't just capitalism based. So I understand. I understand. It would be lovely, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be lovely? Wouldn't it be lovely? Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. I've been, what have I been? You know, so many times I start a sentence and then like nothing happens. Oh, speaking of Wonder, I'm just saying that because Wonder popped up. They're relaunching um their maker's shop of all things crochet and such on Sunday, I believe. So stay tuned to Wonder's internet presence. And as the cold months approach, if you need a hat or a scarf or a cardigan, get it from Wonder. Get it from our sweet friend who is so talented in so many different ways and makes so many things. So many things. Also, take your meds if you need to take your meds, because I need to take some meds right now. So I'm going to take some meds and then take this as a reminder that if you need to take some meds, it's a good time to take them with me. And then we can be a happy medicated family together. Medication, medicate yourself so that you are in good health. Medication, medicate yourself so that you are in good health. That was my medicate yourself song. Thank you for the claps. Thank you for the claps. Also, my brother and I realized, because we were talking to each other about what we're getting each other for Christmas. I know Christmas is a whiles away, but it was relevant to what we were talking about because the shipping for this specific thing will be shipping in December. So we were like, do you want to just get each other this stuff for Christmas? Anyways, we messed up because one of the things he got for himself unrelated to Christmas came with a free thing of what I got him for Christmas. So that's okay though. It's fine. We'll just have an extra copy and it's okay. It's okay. It's it's fine. But alas, this is what happens when you don't read the description of something well. And then alas, suddenly you have multiple things. But at least in this case, it's a thing where all the proceeds are going to charity, so it's better that we accidentally got it twice than if it wasn't going to charity, at least, you know? And that is my memo of the day, is to remember to read the descriptions of things so you know so you know how it is going to work. Read the descriptions. The descriptions are good. Read the descriptions. Descriptions in the neighborhood. Read the descriptions. Am I just a slam poet on Twitch now? Yeah. Sometimes you just need to remember to read the descriptions and then everything is better. But yes, yay charity, at least it's for charity, so it's not that big a deal. Is here for slam poetry. Okay, give me a random word. Your life lessons are always welcome. Thank you. Give me a random word and I'll start rhyming about it. I'm not saying it's going to be good, but I'm going to start rhyming about it. Maracas. Okay. That's a choice. You're here And okay, I need to first think of words that rhyme with the maracas. You can tell I'm not that kind of freestyle, right? I do freestyle songs often actually, but anyways, it's called improv when you're nerdy. But anyways, maracas are here, maracas are there, maracas are everywhere with nothing to spare. Sometimes you just have to shake it out. And when things are bad and you're in a drought, just know that maracas are here for you to shake up and down for me and you. End scene. I think that was pretty good. Thank you. Thank you for the claps. Thank you. This isn't a maraca, but it's a shaker. So, anyways, thank you for the claps. I worked really, really hard on that. um Anyways, if Dropout.tv wants to hire me on a musical episode of Make Some Noise, or if they want to renew Play It By Ear for season 3, I am available. And and me and my friend one time created a whole episode of Game Changer for my partner's birthday. So like we've got skills. We've got skills, and yeah. And if Dropout wants to hire me to fix their website, I'm free to. What is going on with the Dropout website? We are all in shambles. Our only source of joy as millennials is not functioning. and, and I'm not okay. Oh my gosh. Dropout is a subscription service that was originally College Humor, and then it became Dropout, and they do all original content, and it's run by primarily comedians and actors and artists, and they have comedy shows and Dungeons and Dragons shows and like sketches and just like a bunch of, they even have a cooking show. Like it's very broad, it's all independent, it's all by artists for artists, and it's incredible, and I can't stop talking about it any second I get. I went to one of their improv live shows last weekend, and it was literally the best night of my life. Like I was laughing so hard. I don't know if I've laughed that hard at a live show ever in my entire life. It was so good, and Vic Michaelis totally looked at me. And I totally didn't panic. They ran past me and looked me right in the eye. I swear they did. I swear they did. But if you're like, you're lying, that's fine. What they did do though is like and comment on my cosplay of them. And so I actually like fell down when that happened. I mean, I was on a couch, so I couldn't really fall, but I like, you know, yeah, so like when that happened, I like actually like was like, okay. This is great. Vic Michaelis saw my cosplay and liked it and commented on it, and I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I am not super by panicking in this moment. I'm not like freaking the fudge out. I'm being super non-parasocial and super normal. Like I'm being super normal right now, and it's fine. We're fine. It's chill. And nothing's happening in my brain. And yeah, it was fantastic. It was such a good show. I was laughing so hard. Oh my gosh. They're so funny. They're all such funny people. And it was like a full improv show. And I don't think I've ever been to a fully entirely improv show. So it was sick. It was so cool. Sometimes I try to imagine what it must feel like to have that kind of effect on people. Honestly, and that's the thing, like I don't really feel that kind of eye melting effect for like celebrities, but like niche comedians like sign me up.
you know? Like, I feel like when they walked on stage, I felt like how people feel when they meet someone they admire, but I wasn't meeting them. They were just in the same room as me. Like it's it's so bizarre. I don't know how to explain my love for this platform and everything they put out. And my friend Emily had been begging me to get into Dropout for so long before I finally did. Um and yeah, I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier. Anyways, Wicked for Good's gonna destroy me when that comes out. I'm not ready for part two. I'm not gonna say anything if you haven't seen the live stage show. I won't say anything because I believe that if this is the first time you're experiencing it, you should experience it in full. But I am going to crash the fudge out and be so unwell. Yay! So unwell, so unwell. And like, it's okay. It's sometimes we're just unwell and that's fine. Um Hello, you ever get your oven fixed? Oh yes, the oven. Yes, the infamous oven. For those who don't know, my oven exploded while I was on stream like a couple weeks ago. It wasn't fixable, like the element fully corroded, so but I smack. Yeah, it was kind of a great time. But anyways, it wasn't fixable, but we did get a replacement oven. So we have a new fully functioning oven without a corroded element that works, and we have used it and it works. And there have been no explosions since, which is good. Well, that's good to hear. Like it didn't explode like the glass flying everywhere, like we were all safe. It was literally just the inside exploded, but it's self-contained within that explosion of the inside of the oven. But like yeah, it was like kind of a time because like I because I went to take like a BRB and like see an email from my partner, which like the fact that he didn't like come in and go, hey, by the way, this happened, I learned from an email that he CC's on me on to send to our landlord. Anyways, so I go to BRB and then I go outside and be like, what do you mean our oven exploded? And he's like, oh, it's fine. And I'm like, what do you mean it's fine? Trina lore could be a bestseller. There's so much of it. There's so much of it. Speaking of lore, I had to explain Vaki to Dallas the other day, who is doing a song with me for the Christmas collab imaging. And I was like, yeah. And then a friend of the channel, Rahomo, he has a Vaki bathing suit. And he was like, what do you mean he has a Vaki bathing suit? And I'm like, he has a Vaki bathing suit. Like I don't know what to tell you. He has a Vaki bathing suit because we have Vaki artwork on things, and he decided what I need in this life is a Vaki bathing suit. And he was like, no, but like you're talking about like your vacuum cleaner has artwork. And I'm like, yeah, it's like our channel mascot. And he was like, no, like back up a little. And I was like, listen, you just kind of have to accept this. It's not, I forget that this isn't like common knowledge, so I'll like bring it up casually in conversation and people are like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh right, this isn't common knowledge, this is actually kind of wild, this is fact, can confirm. Right, so like yeah, it's just anyways, it happens. And then like a lot of people got to meet Vaki in person. Davey and E Flat and Mimi all met Vaki IRL, and it was like super super exciting. And like I don't know anyone else who's ever just like yeeted a vacuum into their trunk as they drive to downtown Toronto, but like I did. And um yeah, I'm sure there was nothing weird about just like taking the vacuum out of the trunk in a parking lot, taking selfies with it and then throwing it back in. Like there was nothing odd about that at all. If anyone walked by and saw that, there would be no questions. no questions at all as to why people were taking selfies with a vacuum cleaner. Absolutely not, because why would there be questions about that? That's just a regular. Was it a Saturday night? Friday night? Friday night, I think it was. Anyways, it was normal. It was a Friday night. It was a Friday night. Anyways, it was very normal. It was very normal. It was very chill. It was very regular things that people do, and there was nothing odd about it at all. There was nothing odd about it. There was nothing there was nothing odd about it. Just like there's nothing wrong with my Dino Nuggy bathing suit. There's nothing weird about that. There's nothing weird about my Dino Nuggy bathing suit. And like you know, I haven't gotten a chance to go to the beach with it yet, but or a pool, because this summer was weird, but one day we'll get there and there will be nothing weird about it. There will be nothing weird about it. And then if while on the beach I see someone in a vacuum bathing suit, great, we'll be best friends. You know, when I started this channel, it was in a different apartment, in a different city too. And Vaki didn't exist in the public sphere until we moved to this apartment in this city. And I really, like, when I started my Twitch channel, I never thought that my Vaki would be what I'd end up being known for on this platform. And it still does blow my mind a little bit. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Also, after October, I'm going to finally schedule all these fundraiser redeems that I have, because I owe everyone a Mario Party stream, which will make people probably lose some respect for me, and probably also be a little scared of me, and probably also wonder what's wrong with me. And you know, I might there's some lovely Twitch friends that have requested to play with me for that stream, and I keep being like, are you sure? Are you sure? Because you might hate me after. And they keep being like, no, we need to see this side of Trina. And I'm like, okay. Just like nothing that I say can be used as anything against me and who you know me to be as a person. And just keep that in mind, and then we'll be great. We'll be so great. So I need to schedule that, and then I need to also schedule Pole Cake 2 Electric Boogaloo. And then once we reach 2K, my mods have decided what I'm doing for that stream, and honestly, I don't really understand it fully yet, but it's gonna happen soon. It'll probably happen before the end of the year, and so that's 3 scheduled streams potentially that I have to do by the end of the year, that are all very with just the smiley face. Yeah, that 2K, so like my mod chat is just unhinged right now. Well, like the past like little while, when they were planning what my 2K celebration would be, I was like, do I get a say? And they were like, no, obviously not, this is our stream. Anyways, the stuff in there is truly immaculate. Brains are figuring this out. And yeah, so all that's to say, there's much lore coming. We've got more pole cake. We've got more pole cake. We've got I don't know, there was something about reading Twilight ASMR. There was something about, oh yeah, doing hobbies that I don't know how to do without preparing. Wonders what hinged mods are like. I don't know. I don't think they exist. I think they're a rumor. And that's okay. They must be a rumor. Like, there's no way they're not a rumor. Like, I feel like if your mods don't troll you, something's wrong. Like, something's wrong, you know? So like, yeah. Um, yeah, like I just like, things are going nuts when you open you open your mod chat and all you see is a gif of Edward Cullen saying, "I like watching you sleep," and you're like, "Okay, that, that's fine. That's fine." Like the mod chat during those ideas that were coming in, it was really giving Danielle Allard's general chat. Like it was like it was like truly that level of art. And so yeah, there's a lot of important things that happen in that chat, like super, there's a lot of like super in-depth and important and relevant and super essential ways to make the stream better conversations happening in there. A lot. There's a lot. It's absolutely not just like how are we torturing Trina next? Absolutely not that. There is important stuff in there too, like, when people can't make streams or when people are offering to help with that, and that's all lovely, like my mods are lovely human beings that like nothing could happen without them. And then also and then also just gifs of Edward Cullen saying, "I like watching you sleep," and there's no in between. There's no in between. I have to make a ship to go in a bottle with popsicle sticks. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have to pretend to know how to crochet. I'm there's a lot of things planned for that. I think it might end up accidentally being a full day stream because I think any one of the activities that have been requested could take at least 2 to 3 hours. So, like, and not because it actually takes that long, but because of me and who I am and what I am and the ADHD of it all, So, that's fine because Pole Cake Stream, the first one was really long, and I'm sure the second one will also be really long. And Ardeb had actually asked me when we're gonna do another Pole Cake, so it worked out. Like the timing worked out, but then he was like, "I know I say we, but we all know you're just gonna be like yapping on stream while I do all the cooking." And I'm like, "Yeah." How else would it go? Listen, I know you thought that I was gonna help you, but yapping's an important job. Exactly. It's a very important job. It's a very important job. And also peeking the mic constantly because I was peeking the mic constantly. Yapping is a very important job, and a yap for me is a yap for you, and a yap-de-doo is a doobaloo. I that's another little poem for you guys on this Friday. This is what happens when Trina streams in the evening. There's no rhyme, reason, or logic of anything. All there is chaos and me slowly descending into madness, and all there is there's been a fair amount of running rhyming. Okay, I was like, did I forget a full conversation that happened? Because like you could have fully gaslit me and been like, "Yeah, we were talking about running," and I would have believed you. I would have been like, "Yeah, I just forgot everything," is the thing. So yeah, there has been a fair bit of rhyming, and I don't know why my brain is there today. No gaslighting. Yes, yes. And when I said gaslighting there, I meant it in the joke way. I didn't mean it in the actual abuse tactic way. Um, which is a serious matter. Just disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. I am just here. Um, but I do forget things a lot because of the long COVID brain fog. I mean, I already did because Aqua. Oh my god. Iconic, no notes. No notes. Yeah. 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 All right, I gotta practice my dances for the wedding. Take care, fam. That is the most dissy thing you've ever said in your life. And I like try to explain this for people. Like, if you're attending a wedding, like as a dissy person, like we're rehearsing. We're rehearsing. We have to make sure that our fam is looking good. Like 5, 6, 7, 8. Anyways, have a great time rehearsing. I hope you have a wonderful time at the wedding. You're gonna kill it. Take care, Smack, and thanks for being here. Um, but like, it's so real. It's just like you are doing a gig for free when you are attending your Indian friend's wedding. Like, it's what it is. It's just how we do. And it's important, and like you gotta get your choreography right. You you know, I yeah, 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 that's my other lesson for you today. Like, the thing about white people wedding is like, unless you're in the bridal party giving a speech, you don't have to prepare anything. And a speech you read, like you literally write it before and read. So it's like not that hard. Like, you don't need to remember anything. Um we're like remembering full like 7 song like mashup Bollywood dance numbers at our friends' weddings. I've been let off the hook after becoming extremely physically disabled, but I am still asked to sing. So like, if I can't dance, I will sing. Um but yeah, like I have some like full choreographed numbers of just me. There have been also ones that I've done where it's just me doing like full choreographed numbers. I'm like mixing the audio in for trying to make it run as smoothly as possible as a non-producer, non-DJ. Um and yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a full production. I wouldn't have it any other way though. It's a blast. It's always a blast. Um but yeah, it's kind of funny to when I've attended non-Indian weddings in contrast and being like, I just show up and eat food and leave. I don't, with the exception of if I've been in a bridal shower. And it's like I don't need to prepare anything. They're like, if it's a bridal shower, they're like, oh yeah, like you'll give a speech with like the other bridesmaids, and I'm like, okay. But like that's it. And we can read off the paper. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh. So like I don't need to prepare a full dance number or a song or something like that. And it's like, no. Like, I just show up, I eat, I leave. Yeah. Like, that's wild. I don't have homework. What do you mean I don't have homework? Um, but honestly, weddings are a lot to put together. So like, you can do a little homework, you know? You can do a little homework to ease the stress on the day. And all that to say, away, away, away. Why am I rhyming so much today? I don't know what that says about me today, but it does say that I am here. I think I'm going to switch to just chatting. I'm not going to sing anything today. Let's be like so for real right now. I'm not going to sing anything today. We had a tiny wedding just with close family, invited everyone to come karaoke all night long. That sounds amazing. That sounds so fun. I love that. Just driving. Yeah, I'm gonna change it to just chatting. I'm like, I feel like other than the goodbye song, And if a raid happens, a raid song. Other than that, I don't think we're gonna do any music today. So yeah, I do have an idea for something we can do that I looked on up before going live, and I think it'll be really fun. And by that, it's a tier list. Listen, you all know that it's a tier list. You know it's a tier list. You know it's a tier list. You all know it's a tier list. You all know it's a tier list. We all know it's a tier list. It's fine that it's a tier list. However, it is going to have me ranting a lot and giving takes that you might not agree with. But you know, sometimes we need to fight in positive ways. And that means debating things that aren't actually harmful or don't cause any strife, and all it does is bring chaos into the world and let people share their passions, you know? And I think that's something that's very beautiful about tier lists, is that it really, really, really just there to bring out the most chaotic in us. It's really there to be like, you are so passionate about this thing that really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of the world, and you will fight to make it known. You know, I think I concerned people with my take on mint chocolate chip ice cream. Like, and mint in general. Like, I think I broke Davey a little, and I think I broke Davey's community a little, and like, I have no regrets, because Davey knows that this is just who I am. Davey's community just knows that this is just who I am. And you're allowed to have your opinion, even if your opinion's wrong, and even if you have bad taste in food, and like, that's okay. You're allowed to have that opinion about your bad taste in food. But like, this is what's gonna happen here. This is what's gonna happen. And like, you're allowed to disagree with me when on this tier list. And just know that I will only judge you a little bit if you do. And everyone's just gonna leave my stream. Everyone's like, yeah, I'm not gonna be here anymore. You're scaring me. And to that I say, good. To that I say okay, friends, are we ready for this tier list? Are we ready for this? Are we ready for this? Okay. Ponders. Pinball's like, why did I show up today? Okay. So we are ranking tropes today. Though this is technically book tropes, you can, while you argue it, think you can apply it to movies or video games or shows or like any sort of media. Even though the title is book tropes, it doesn't have to be books. I am so ready. Also, hi, what are we ready for? Hi, wizards. Welcome on in. I usually stream music, but I'm feeling in a yappy mood. So I'm just going to yap today and then rant about book tropes. And that's what's happening. That's what we're here for. So welcome on in. I'm glad you're here. And I hope you're ready to watch me just get unbelievably passionate about things. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a book. You can assume that it's a movie trope or a video game trope or a TV trope. Like, you can assume whatever. So ready to watch. Oh god, that sounds creepy. You're fine. I know what you're talking about. I just realized there's going to be an ad in 3 minutes, so we'll not do any rankings while the ads are going, because I don't want you to miss any of my ranting. So when the ads go, all I'm going to do on camera is stretch. You know, sometimes I take a break too, but I don't feel like I need a break. I feel like I'm pretty good right now. But, oh, you know what I can do? I can do this. I can do this. Stretch, good call. Exactly. Exactly. Where are you? Okay, where are you? Okay, I have an idea. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. I'm sorry is what I am. Hang on. Hi, Romo. Welcome. We were talking about you earlier. Is that cool? I don't know. Pinball! Pinball is here. Yeah, okay, so there's going to be an ad in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Um that's all. That's all I had to say. Um and I'm not going to rank anything during the ad, and we're just going to avoid starting our ranking until the ad is done. And I'm just going to stare into the camera because I don't really have anything to leave stream and go do, right? So I'm just going to like be really weird right into the camera, but we're not going to rank anything. So if you're not subbed, you're not going to miss anything. We're ranking book tropes / story tropes. It doesn't have to be a book, movies, TV shows, whatever. We're ranking tropes. And I will fight you all. And I will get very passionate. Also, you can see all my bookmark tabs and just like ignore that. A lot of those I need to like get rid of because like I haven't used freaking this random speech that I needed to give from like 4 years ago. I don't need that bookmark. I don't need the freaking collective bookmarked. Oh my god. Y'all remember the collective? I need to remove that from my about section, low key. Remember when Twitch was like, we support musicians, and then we're like, actually, never mind. I need to stop saying that. I need to stop saying that. Fight me. I'm super protective of my wrong opinion. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's what we need. I need to stop talking crap about the collective. But like it's so real. Like it's so real. They're like, we're gonna do this whole thing to set you up for success. And by that we mean abandon you immediately and go all over to the DJs because they make us more money. We support musicians. Here's a DJ category that Twitch literally makes Bezos. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Collective gave us all a front page slot, and then we were all collectively traumatized by our front page slot. Okay, the ad's going, so I'm just gonna not rank anything, and instead I'm gonna be like this. Stretch. Like a promise, no ranking during the ad break, just stretching during the ad break. No ranking during the ad break, just stretching during the ad break. Who said I'm gonna rank during the ad break? No ranking during the ad break. But if you're sub to the channel, then I'm gonna do weird things. Or if you have Twitch Turbo, then I'm also gonna do weird things. Or if you only got a 30-second ad, so you're here for the majority of the ad break, then I'm also gonna do weird things. Rank different types of stretches. I don't see ads. Amazon doesn't want to ship to me, so they show me nothing. Fair enough. Not your best original. But it's a banger. This stretch is one of my favorite. This is like a top tier stretch. This one right here. When you, oh, so good. This is a real top tier stretch. One of my other favorite top tier stretches. I'm wearing my Hades Town shirt. It says Lady of the Underground because I wrote an entire Persephone EP. The one with the, you can't really see me right now, but the one where you do one leg up. I shouldn't show my feet like that on camera. There's weird people on the internet. Anyways, but that's another great one. Oh yeah, that's a good one. It's such a good one. Oh my god. Especially if you deal with restless leg syndrome like I do, where like at night you feel like all you need to like rip your legs off because you feel like they need to be stretched like Elastigirl across the universe. I don't know how to explain restless leg syndrome to people, but like it's unbelievable and it's rude. And I only started experiencing it for the first time in basically right after I graduated undergrad. So what was that, 2016? What can I stretch for restless brain syndrome? Nothing. I mean, you can download the app Lumosity and then never use it like I did. Well, I used to use it a lot. And then I even had a reminder in my calendar to play it once every day. And then I just stopped. The reminder's still there. Does it do anything? No, I just swipe it away. But like, I like to put my hands together, reach out my arms straight, head, and then rotate it up. Like this. Hello, Tesno. Welcome on into whatever this is. Hubby called it Antsy Butt before it had a real name. Oh my god. Yeah, more or less. Nice. Hi Tesno. We're just yapping today. Hi, offline Discord haterade listening party raid. What? Hi, I'm here, but I also have to pee real bad. BRB. I wonder. Hi. Echo. Welcome on in. Hello, mods. The mods are arriving. Mods are arriving. Oh, this is about to get real wild. Yeah, so today we're tier ranking tropes because Taylor Swift has committed atrocities. Is it the whole coming for Charlie XCX for no reason other than Charlie XCX existing and talking about how hard it is to feel intimidated by people that are massive and still feeling really small in the music world, and Taylor Swift deciding to go, actually, I'm gonna ruin you for saying that you feel intimidated by me sometimes, you know? I don't know the other stuff. I heard there's some stuff about wood. Also, Charlie XCS is half Indian. Like, that's my girl. You stay away from the Desis. I've not paid any attention to the new Taylor Swift trend. I haven't listened to a single song. I'm also kind of over her. I actually removed a bunch of songs from my song list by her. I still have like some of my faves, mainly like from Folklore and Evermore, but Hayley Williams is out here actually doing what you should be doing with a platform. There's you don't need to hear wood. Keep your precious Ute ears innocent. No, save yourself. There's dickmatizing and repetitive descending octave melodies, so much martyrdom, and no bops. So there's a song called Cancelled where she references a bunch of Trina-isms, but don't listen to it. What's a Trina-ism? What do you mean no bops? What do you mean no bops? Like, that's the thing. If you're gonna do a Folklore Evermore thing, that was great. That was her best songwriting work, and it was folk albums. But like, if it's no bops, where are the bops? I have not listened to it at all. I'm listening to exclusively Hayley Williams right now. Too many bobs, too few bobs. I'm kidding, not exclusively, but I'm listening to a lot of Hayley Williams and Monrovia. Hayley Williams and Monrovia have taken over my music the past like while. I listen to Hayley Williams and Monrovia. Monrovia, my love. Monrovia, my love. My love. Also important question, did we miss where were beds? There were beds of actual literal scorpions in Hamlet. Denmark being well known for its scorpions. Did she reference something like that in a song? Because no, I don't believe that's a plot point in Hamlet. So, do you know the funny thing about this? The last tier list I did was literally on classic novels, and Hamlet was in it. And I think I put Hamlet in the second to top tier because I love Hamlet. I don't think she understands Ophelia's character arc. Apparently not. And the thing is, this is what I tell people. You don't have to. Like, it's okay to not know things. My pet peeve is when people pretend that they know things, that they don't know things. But if you just don't know something, that's okay. Like, you're allowed to. I won't, you're fine, you know? I lived in Denmark for over a decade. Scorpions were a daily struggle. Yes, scorpions in Denmark. Half the fun of not knowing something is getting to learn. Exactly. You cannot know something. Like, if you sit there and you're like, hey, I'm pretty sure there were scorpions in Denmark in Hamlet. And then you go, yep, I'm correct. That's a problem. But if you sit there and go, I'm pretty sure there were scorpions in Denmark in Hamlet, and then you go, I'm gonna Google that just to make sense. I mean, just to make sure. And then you'll learn that there's no scorpions in Denmark in Hamlet. And then you're good, right? We're talking about the German band, right? Totally. Making a sandwich and catching my breath because Echo made me laugh so hard my whole ribcage is cracked. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad you got that chaos joy. We love chaos joy. Also, if you want to see the last book tier list I did, check the tier list sections of the Discord. And feel free to fight me on any of them. You're wrong, but feel free to fight me. Okay, let's go over to our book tropes. So again, though it's labeled as book tropes, you can replace book with any media of choice. Oh yeah, food, I should do that. Also fighting Trina, I should do that. Listen, you might disagree with some of my faves, and you might disagree with some of my least faves. But I have good arguments for where I put everything. And the main thing to note is Lord of the Flies sucks, and Dickens doesn't even slap. Except now we live in a reality where people will ask ChatGPT to tell me about the scorpions in Hamlet, which will hallucinate and accept it as fact. See, this is why I hate it here. This is why I hate it here. Can we pick interpretive dance for the next tier list? It's kind of common thing to have lions and coats of arms, flags, coins, etc. in Europe. But when they popularized the use of lions, many graphic designers didn't know what lions look like, so results was very interesting. That's so fascinating. That's really, really interesting, Tesno, genuinely. You could compare Lord of the Flies with Children of the Corn. Longing for ChatGPT death. Absolutely. I haven't read Children of the Corn. I know the general plot line, but my issue with Lord of the Flies is it removes any aspect of hope and humanity, and I think that's actually a very dangerous message to give people. Anyways, I too long for ChatGPT's death. Nobody in the Middle Ages knew what a cat or dog looked like, judging from the art. Oh my god, yeah. The cats, one of my favorite things to look at are pictures of medieval artwork of cats It's my favorite thing in the world. And yet we got to read this book in grade school. No, I didn't have to read it, thank gosh. But why did I say thank gosh? Why did I say thank gosh? Okay, I have a friend that tries not to say thank God, not because she cares, but because she has like a family member that cares. So she's tried to make herself not say it, because if she accidentally says it in front of this family member, she'll like never hear the end of it. So I think I hear her say it and accidentally say it sometimes. Like people who refer to the Stanford prison experiment. I am a therapist who've studied psychology. Come to me about the Stanford prison experiment. I will tell you why it is all bullshit. It is all crap. It is all crap. It was super unethically done. There were no freaking proper scientific methods being in use. Nothing. These were students being ordered by professors. It was just an unethical situation all around. People don't do stuff like that, actually. Plotline, kids are creepy. Maybe they were just bad drawers. Oh, the cats. Yeah. Found a Trina rage button. Nothing, so many things. Nothing makes me rage more than people who misuse popular psych studies that when you're taught about them in school, you're literally told, hey, this is actually all BS, because the whole thing is this was before ethics was a thing, and this was before we actually properly understood the scientific method. So there's no actual variables that we can trust in any of these things. We're teaching you about it actually to teach you about the unethical practices of our field in the past. We're not teaching you about it because of the findings, because the findings are BS. Like, you learn this! You learn this in your psych classes! No, but it's the people... Yeah, it was like bad, crappy science. Like, it was hard to even describe as science. Like, there was nothing there. There was nothing there. There, like, it was just someone with a power trip. Like, it was just freaking the Hunger Games. Like, it was just a power trip. And someone wanting to prove something he already believed, you know? Human conscious wasn't invented until the late 80s. I'm learning things. I'm glad. No, but literally the reason we're taught this stuff like in psych school is to teach us how unethical the field of psychology was for so long. That's why we're taught. That's why we're taught about those studies. So it's always the people that didn't actually study psychology properly in school, or maybe had a bad professor, that talk about the results of those studies as fact. And it's like, no, like, the reason we're taught about it in school is because it's important to know where your field was, where it is, and unlearn the damage it's done historically and currently. Like that. Can't do science that way. No! Science is a science. And if you remove the science from the science, it is no longer a science. Also, Stockholm Syndrome isn't real. Pass it on. Anyways, yeah, I like case studies. That's okay. It's okay to be interested in it, and it's okay to, and I have used case studies in my own research about different specific things, but it's about how you analyze case studies. It's about how you understand them and what you take away from them. And what you don't ever take away is complete generalization. Like, you can learn a lot from case studies, absolutely, but it's just a fully different type of study. Science minus science equals 0. I love when you go off about Stockholm Syndrome. Me too. Oh, hey, chat. I got my Sunshine Fun t-shirt today, and it's amazing. 10 out of 10 shirt. Recommend. Hey, if you would like your own Sunshine Fun t-shirt, get one. They're super cute. There's also stickers and sticker sheets and mugs and sweatshirts and tote bags. There's so much stuff, and Wonder and Emily designed it all, and it's beautiful. And Echo has just arrived, got it in the mail, and has said it is wonderful, and Echo never lies. I don't know about that. I experience Stockholm Syndrome on a daily basis. I hate my job, but I do my best for them. I enjoy that type of trolling. See, what that is being forced into a system of capitalism. That's not you loving something despite it harming you. What that right there is us being forced into a system that doesn't serve us and needing it to survive. Yes, my brother in Christ, that's just capitalism. What Wonder said. Also, Wonder has a new channel. Do y'all know that? If you don't, go follow Wonder's new channel. Thanks, fam. Of course. Okay, let's rank some book tropes. I'm about to get real angry. I feel my job would be a lot nicer if there were no students. Wait, are you a teacher? Because that's a hilarious sentence to say. Oh my god. Okay, so we're ranking book tropes / story tropes as a whole, okay? So we're starting with literally one of my least favorite tropes in the whole world, which is hilarious. No, I'm the school secretary. That's very funny. That's very funny. We're starting with miscommunication, which I hate this trope so much. Like, if I'm reading a book and at any point I'm like, why don't you two just talk to each other? I will actually lose my mind. Tropes, I thought we were ranking tropes. Oh my god, I hate that trope. I hate it. I'm not gonna put it quite in jail, because I will say there have been times where miscommunication has been used and it makes sense with the characters involved, but it's pretty low down there. Literally losing my mind. Oh my god, the Pope who wanted the Pope Mobile first. So, like, Three's Company, so often it feels like a way to force conflict. It does. It just feels like lazy off writing usually, and like needing some kind of third act conflict, and so that, like, so you just throw in something, and I'm just like, no. You can cause conflict in a book without it just being like someone misheard you, which is funny because one of my favorite books in the entire world is Wuthering Heights, and like the entire thing is kind of because of a misunderstanding, like why Heathcliff decides to get his revenge. But hear me out. The reason it works is because it works for the characters, and it is commentary on race relations at the time. And that's why it's in side eye, because there's way to make it work. It just usually isn't done well. Mutual pining. I love her. Hear me out. The miscommunication is small fries compared to the familial race class issue in Wuthering Heights. Exactly. And that's, I think, why it works. It's not the main part of the book at all. In fact, it feels like the miscommunication is what leads Heathcliff over the edge rather than the thing itself, you know? It's just it's literally just what leads him over the edge. It's not the only thing involved. It's really everything else. Rahomo, are you really saying spoilers to a book written in the 1800s right now? Also, if you're here and you haven't heard this rant already, Don't watch the upcoming Wuthering Heights movie. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't care if you think people in it are hot. Don't do it. Okay. Yes, because all of the above put Heat Flute on the list. Exactly. Look, I've been busy since the 1800s. Rahomo is always lovely, weirdly. Don't worry, it won't spoil the movie. That's just gonna be porn. Are you trying to sell me on the movie? Stop! All of you, stop! Stop! Someone bonk all of you. Leland, hello! The new version of Twitch app sucks. Took me 15 minutes to get in here, and not blaming the hospital this time. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's so frustrating, but I'm glad you finally made it in. Stop! We're all like just crying with laughter today, and I love it. Love at first sight is stupid. I'm not gonna put it in jail because there is exactly one exception. It's not really love at first sight though. But I know what people are trying to say when they say this. It's not exactly love at first sight. But the one book that is the exception to this is, why am I forgetting the name of it right now? Let me look it up. Where are you? What's the book? The Sun is Also a Star. I think that's it. Yeah. That's like the exception. I didn't know nun wanking over priapism was okay. Okay, Echo. Reminder, this is a PG-13 stream. She's so hot, the movie Turner and Hooch. I don't think I've seen that. Do you want to move the Bandcamp graphic over so it doesn't cover the top tier? You're so right, Aqua. You're so right. Wait, I didn't make it weird this time. PG-13, sure. Literally, I feel like my mods plus Rahomo are constantly trying to make this stream not PG-13. Also thought Bandcamp was S tier. I mean, it is. Bandcamp is S tier. Link pinned to the top if you want to support me on Bandcamp Friday, which is today. But yeah. I don't like love at first sight mainly because I'm demisexual, but like I'm sure there's other reasons. I just like I need to know people more. Like I just don't believe you yet, you know? Aqua, you are the best segue person in the world. I adore you. Time skips, I'm gonna put in has potential because it's not always good, but it's not always bad. It's like very much depends on the author. Yeah. Very much depends on the author. Yeah. So. Hello, Deadfly Music. Welcome on in, Raiders. Hello. I hate time skips with a passion. Tell me more, wizards. Hello, Deadflies. Hello, Monet. Welcome, Raiders. If you're from my community, please go give Deadflies Music a follow. And thank you so much for bringing your fam over here. We're just doing a just chatting stream today and like just kind of having fun. But I'll still sing you the classic Trina raid song. And let me know how your stream was and if you need to raid and run, all good. Hello, Scatty. Hello, Mischief. Welcome. Can you hug Vacky for me. I'm starting a hospital room ceiling, staring at a hospital room ceiling, thinking of Eco. Oh, yes. Okay, after this raid song, I'm gonna bring in Vacky just for you. A raid, a raid, a raid, a raid. Oh, thank you, Dead Flies, thank you for the raid. A raid, a raid, a raid, a raid. Oh, thank you for the raid. Oh, thank you for bringing all your friends. Thank you so much, Deadflies, for the raid. I hope you had a wonderful stream, and I appreciate you bringing your fam over here. If you're new to the channel, my name's Trina. I'm a music therapist. I do music and more here on Twitch, and today we are really leaning into the more part, and we're just chatting, having a fun time. I never switched it to the big screen, so you can see my chords right now, can't you? You can see my chords right now, can you? I'm gonna bring in Vacky and give a big hug for our friend, Leland. And I know that must be emotional. I know you loved Eco so much, as did all of us. Thank you for the lurk. Yeah, I usually do music on here, but we're just chatting. It's a Friday night. We're having a chill good time. If that sounds like up your alley, I'd love to have you hang out in here. If you need to raid and run, that's all good. Nari! I can't stay, but I want to say hi and a quick thank you for bringing me into the music therapy fundraiser. Hope you have a great time. Oh my gosh, Nari, we are so excited to have you. Thanks so much for signing up, and we can't wait to check out your set. Also, anyone here, if you're lurking or chatting and you're a streamer, today is our last day to sign up for our fundraiser. So if you are interested, here is the link with all the information. Lovely to see your lovely face. It's lovely to see your lovely face. Thank you all for having me. Yeah, it was, I mean, I discovered your channel recently and I immediately was like, I love Nari. I love Nari. Also, if you're from my channel, please go give our raider, Deadflies Music, a follow. Let me get that vacuum. This is our big hug for Leland. Thank you. Oh, Jesus. I meant for that to be super wholesome, and then that happened. Anyways, a big hug for Leland. We're thinking of you and sending you all the love, and I'm so sorry you're going through such a tough time. See, we got a Vacky redeem just because we show Vacky for friends and love. You're so sweet. I can't wait to hang out more and get to know you all better. Ditto, ditto. We love it here. It's a great community, and you're gonna get to know a lot of awesome streamers and community members from this event. You tore their head off by proxy. Hi, Mr. F. That's horrific. I'm so sorry. It was an accident. I didn't mean to. 'Tis but a flesh wound, Vacky. 'Tis but a flesh wound. Tackles hug Vacky. Do it. Vacky is here for all the hugs. All the hugs. All right, because we're a pro streamer, now we're going to go back to the website, and it's not going to be my chords. And in fact, it's going to not actually be that either. It's going to be the book tropes. Okay, we're fine. We're pro streamer. Okay, we are now on to revenge plot. I'm not gonna lie, I love a revenge plot. I love a revenge plot. Like, I don't know what that says about me, but it just tickles me every time. I'm like, oh, you know? Like, it's just, I think it just brings so much interest and intent into the character. And I think it helps us understand motive and history, and we just get to know the people we're reading about so much more with this kind of thing. Revenge plot's definitely good soup. It's good soup. It's good soup. Okay, now we've come to another least favorite. I hate love triangles so much. I hate love triangles so much. I hate love triangles so much. The only time I've ever read a love triangle that I liked was because they kind of became a throuple at the end, but like they didn't actively say that they were a throuple because it came out in a time where you couldn't say that and it be considered appropriate for a young adult book, but like they absolutely became a throuple at the end. They absolutely became a throuple at the end. But other than that, because I've only seen it done well in that one situation, that's why it's there. Yeah, love triangle into throuple can be good. But the thing is, I'm kind of going here with what I've seen the most of. With time skips, it's been kind of really down the middle. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. With love triangles, it's usually bad. And when it's good, it's fantastic, but it's so rarely good. So rarely good. At least done well. When it's done well, it's fantastic, but it's so rarely done well. And I can't. But that one was fantastic. The one that became a throuple was one of my I don't think I can ever read this series again because I loved it so much, but I was a teenager and I fear that if I read it as an adult, I'll be like, this is terrible. So I just want to keep the good memory I have of it. But because it still gives me so many feels to this day. But it was The Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare. Don't judge me. But the Clockwork Angel series trilogy had like a chokehold on me when I was like 15. And yeah, I'm kind of scared ever to read it again because it might be terrible. Like, I don't know, but I loved it as a teenager and it will always hold a special place for me. Yeah. Unreliable narrator. I love an unreliable narrator. I really do. Like, I feel like if I've been bamboozled by the person I'm rooting for, again, I don't know what any of this says about me, but like from a literary perspective, if I feel like I've been bamboozled by the person I'm supposed to be rooting for, I'm just like, okay, you got me. You got me. You got me. I'm going to put it in a little treat because it's been done badly, but usually I like it. It has been done badly though, so it's going in a little treat because usually I love it. One of my favorite examples of unreliable narrator was the book. I won't say any spoilers, but it was the book. Actually, I don't even know if I should tell you the name of the book because if I tell you that it's an unreliable narrator, like that's a massive spoiler. So I'm not actually going to tell you the name of the book because that's a massive spoiler. I have a bone to pick about this untrustworthy narrator thing because a lot of the times it's an excuse for bad continuity. I think that's very fair. Maybe it's just that I've read a lot of good unreliable narrator books. And I think that's the main thing it is for me because I've read a lot of good examples of it. And that's why I'm not even saying the names of the book out loud because I'm like, actually, you just kind of need to read it and it's a spoiler if I tell you. But it doesn't actually ruin the continuity in the examples that I'm thinking of. But I do understand that. And I think that's why it's not going in good soup. It's a little treat because it can be done badly. But when it's done well, I am head over heels obsessed with her. Morally gray main character. I love me my morally gray main characters. Listen, I'm a 2010s Tumblr girly by heart. She's going in my Shayla. She's going in my Shayla. Exactly. I love it. Okay, chat all agrees with me instead of judging me, so I appreciate this. I mean, I'm I've read the first 2 books of The Poppy War. I still have to read book 3. It's become very quickly my favorite trilogy of all time. And I think the grayness of the main character is so integral to the world, the plot, the history, the story, and it's incredible. I mean, who isn't morally gray? No, and I think that's what it is. It like adds nuance and humanity to characters. And I think it just makes them more interesting and like more realistic, especially in like if you're writing plots about super intense historical events, you can't really have a squeaky clean main character and make it be realistic, you know? Um yeah. Yeah. I So the thing about heist is I like very specific heist. And by that I mean fantasy heists. And by that I mean Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Which I love so much. Oh my god, I love that duology so much. So I'm gonna put it in a little treat because a very specific height. I started the audiobook of Tender as the Flesh today, and holy cow, hearing that morally gray narrator speaking aloud that material is intense. Holy crap, I believe it, especially with that book. Um yeah. Yeah. I believe it. I know I'm specifically talking about one book right now. And that's why instead of my Shayla, it's going in a little treat. Because right now I'm thinking of a very specific duology that I love more than life itself. And because of that, I'm going to be like, okay, what about all heists in the history of all books? Maybe doesn't really have the my Shayla. But I do like that concept. Like, I like it specifically more in fantasy settings, so it's still going to be a little treat. Because it's a little treat. So this next one's hard for me because it's split into 2 things. Actually, I'm debating between Side-Eye and Has Potential with Immortal and Mortal. Why is S tier my Shayla? Sincerely Grampy. Okay, so there's this sound that went viral on TikTok a while ago where I don't even know if it was a parent thinking their kid was adorable or a pet parent thinking their pet was adorable. I actually don't remember. Like, I don't. It's one of those things that went so viral, you never knew what the original was. But it was basically someone speaking with such love about something and going, my Shayla, my Shayla. Anyways, so now it's just used to describe things that you just like can't, you just love so much that you can't. Grampy. Also, I'm not a Ute. So the reason I'm struggling with the immortal mortal thing or crazy age, okay, crazy age gap, I would know. I mean, no, but like if it's like you're 40 and they're 67, like I don't care that much, you know? But like there are some bangers. Vampires. No, I know. This is the 2010s Tumblr side of me coming out. In that some of my opinions might be a little toxic, but like a girl knows what she likes, you know? I'm going to put it in has potential because again, we're talking fiction, fantasy, not real life. Real life, no. Freshly 18, no. That's not, just disclaimer, that's not what we're talking about here. I'm going to put it in has potential because it does. It can be really terrible. And then sometimes it's more self-aware and like it's not like it is like fully Yeah, you know, immortal mortal, if it's like dead Edwardian ghost who hasn't been conscious and living and mentally aging hot. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we had Twilight also, which puts a bit of a damper on the whole thing. Exactly. And that's the thing. That's why I'm struggling with this. Because Echo's version, absolutely. Twilight, no. So I'm going to put it in has potential because it does. It has potential. Wise old mentor. I love a wise old mentor, honestly. Um, my problem is often there's good wise old mentors and there's it's a wise old mentor because we're falling into the chosen one trope, and that I don't really like. Um, so I'm gonna put it in a little treat because it's a little treat. Wax on, wax off, S tier with wise old mentor. You think that's S tier? Like, I love a wise old mentor. Um, but I'm not sure I'd put it quite up in S tier. Like Boomy and Avatar The Last Airbender. Gotta love Mr. Miyagi. No, like there's incredible examples for sure. But I'm thinking as a whole in everything as a concept. Um it's lovely usually, but I don't know if it's always like the be all end all, this is what I love. Like, I think if someone told me this book has a wise old mentor, I'll be like, cute. I'll consider it. I'll like probably read it eventually. But if someone tells me there's mutual plighting, I'm like, get me that book immediately yesterday, right? Like, I think that's more what I'm thinking of. Like, what gets me to pick up that thing immediately? I love a training montage so much. Listen, we grew up on Mulan. We love a training montage. I love a training montage. I just do. 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 Um, Rocky running up the stairs, classic. Training montage with a bop soundtrack. Exactly. It's just, it never misses. It never misses for books. You can make your own soundtrack. And I do. And I do. And I do. Um, this is gonna sound so funny. But for academic rivals, I'm gonna put has potential because like usually I need them to hate each other more than academic rivals do, you know? like if you're not enemies, what's the point? Just do the eye of the tiger for everyone. And I know that sounds unhinged, but like I'm just academic rivals. Like you can hate each other a little more. Like you can hate each other a little more, you know? Like it's just not enough for me. Like if you're not full enemies, like what what's the point? I can't. I'm bored. I'm bored. Spoken like a former gifted child. Echo, the way you just called me out. Did I have academic rivals in school? Yeah. Did they piss me the fudge off? Absolutely. F all that. I hate them. Anyways. Anyways. You just called me out so much and you don't even know. Like, you don't even know how much you called me out. You don't even know. Is that like physician versus mathematician, astronomer versus mathematician versus other mathematician? It's that idea. Often it's also done in like school books that take place in school settings, whether that be high school or grad school. Um, but that kind of idea. I, for one, didn't even have rivals. They were all my honestly so valid. Scots and other Scots. No, truly, it's yeah. Yeah. Gotta love groundskeeper Willie. Okay. I hate Amnesia because I feel like I've only seen it done well once because it wasn't medical amnesia, you know? Like it was the person forgot everything, but it wasn't medical amnesia. It was like relative to the fantasy setting and the world. And it was like a choice that the person had made to forget everything for the purposes of where the story was going. And that's why it was good. Medical amnesia is lazy writing. Like, I'm sorry, it just is. Amnesia is F in my books. I think too. Like, I think that's actually going to jail. Like, I actually, like, kind of hate it. And that's why I said the one book which I think did it right, it's not technically amnesia, because that's medical. It's someone chose to forget something actively. And that's interesting in the context of this fantasy thing. I'm yet to do my Dark Urge playthrough, so I cannot comment. But yeah, I don't like it. I'm almost debating doing I don't know. Is that too harsh? I hate miscommunication so much though. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I don't like the chosen one trope. It's overdone and it's stupid because revolutions don't happen because one person decided to be against something. Both to jail. Okay, if Echo said it, it's real. Um I don't like chosen one. That said, there's some obviously like stories I grew up watching or reading that might have utilized that I still have like um that I would still have a good time watching, like, but if I say it's real, it's real. I don't know, Harry Potter, Conan the View, Mrs. Doubtfire. Well, F Harry Potter is my take because I hate J.K. Rowling and I'm never supporting her or anything that she does, and it's dead to me. Like, it's a series that I loved, but it's completely dead to me because F that woman. F turfs. We hate her and we hate everything that she's done and the way she's literally changed legislation to harm the most vulnerable population in like the world is absolutely not. So yeah, like there's literally no love for that for me anymore. Like genuinely the love is completely gone. There's nothing left. I don't yeah, truly there's nothing left. Yeah, that's um it's just a hard line, just so people know coming into my channel. That's a very hard line I draw on this channel. We say F turfs and we don't support JKR or that world at all anymore. I wasn't talking about Conan, obviously. Okay, okay. You're like, okay, fair. What about the others? I needed to just sort of just get that out there for anyone who's watching, just so people are aware of where we stand. You can have Conan the Barbarian. You can have them. Um but yeah, I just more had to like say that I think the subversion of the chosen one can be fun, but yeah, in general, chosen one is overdone. Exactly. So I'm just gonna say side eye because like I'm bored. There's some there's some stuff from my childhood that probably have a similar trope, But also not even, like, I wouldn't say Lord of the Rings was a chosen one trope. Frodo would have been screwed without Sam. If anything, Sam was the chosen one. Anyways. Now, a girl knows what she wants, and it's enemies to lovers. The only reason I'm not putting it in my Shayla is because it can be done wrong, and it has been done wrong. I picked Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. But she loves it. I'm gonna put it over here. We all know the chosen one in Lord of the Ring was Gimli with that luscious beard. But see, this is what I like. We're arguing over who the chosen one was, which means, was it really a chosen one? Probably not. You know? Man, enemies to lovers, this is such a toxic relationship. No, correct. Wizards. I know my flaws. Wizards, come here. Wizards, come here. Wizards, come here. Come here.
I know my flaws, and sometimes I have to accept that this is just who I am. Sometimes I have to accept that the early 2000s Tumblr girly is so embedded into my soul that I will always hold enemies to lovers in my heart. And I understand the logic. I understand you're coming from a logical angle. However, I am who I am.
I know where you're coming from. I'm coming from the opposite direction. Listen. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, as soon as there's a boarding school involved, I'm in. I don't know what it is about it. I don't necessarily even agree with the system. But in a book, in a show, in a movie, boarding school S tier. Get it up all there. Get it all the way up there. I will inhale anything. I will inhale anything. Okay? Anything. I can't. I'm in a dark academia girly. Heart down to my soul. Yeah, I think you know how I feel about schools. Fair enough. I love a boarding school. I love a boarding school. I love it. I love it with my whole heart. I love it with my whole soul. I love it with all of me forever. And you can't take it away from me. You'll have to pry it from my cold, dead hands. Anyways, ooh, we're getting to really good ones. I'm gonna struggle with ranking some of these because I'm gonna be like, I love them all. Okay. Multiple POV, when it's written well, I adore. Sometimes they're like, we're just trying to make this complicated and deep by having multiple perspectives, when maybe we should have focused on the writing from our one perspective and it would have been a better book. However, other times it's fantastic and I'm obsessed and getting to know all the characters so well and bringing so much context and world building, and it's incredible. So that's why I'm going to put Little Treat, because sometimes it's incredible, and I'm going to put higher end of Little Treat. Sometimes it's incredible, but sometimes it's mid. Again, I don't know what this says about me. Don't judge me. I love a corruption arc. I love it so much. Okay, so here's the thing, Echo. Here's the thing. Come here. That's a valid pick. I love Vader. Redemption side eye. Okay, here's the thing, Echo. You haven't watched Avatar: The Last Airbender. There's going to be an ad in 3 minutes. I'm not going to rank anything during the ad. You haven't watched Avatar: The Last Airbender. So the thing is, you don't know. You haven't seen a good redemption arc. And there's only one good redemption arc in this world. And it is in Avatar The Last Airbender. That's the bald kid and the fluffy buffalo, right? Echo, it is so much more than that. It is so much more than that. The redemption arc in Avatar The Last Airbender is some of the most phenomenal writing in a kid's show ever to exist. Like, they showed, first of all, they show relapse, which is, first of all, they show proper accountability. They show that it's not fixed right away. It takes a long time to happen. And can't argue with that. Wonder knows. It's, the thing is, I actually agree for the most part. The reason I don't like redemption arcs often, and redemption arc isn't the same as enemies to lovers, to be clear, because a good enemies to lovers can be fire, but usually there isn't necessarily redeeming that needs to happen. It's understanding of the context that needs to happen more so, usually. Usually they're kind of separate, you know? Good redemption arcs are extremely rare. But when your first exposure to a good redemption arc was freaking Zuko, or Dumb and Dumber, he totally redeemed himself. When your first exposure to a redemption arc is Zuko, we are alive. We are thriving. We are here. We have shown what accountability really is, what it takes to unlearn your own propaganda that you've been fed, Danny Zuko did not have a good redemption arc. Are you kidding me? He just said it to get it. Okay. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. No. Because Echo is being a bully on purpose. Echo is purposely misunderstanding me to drive me crazy. How dare you? How dare you? Oh, okay, there's gonna be an ad. I'm not gonna do anything during the ad break. I'm just gonna stretch over here, so you're not gonna miss anything. So now we have a comeback story. Okay. Yeah. So there'll be an ad break, but don't worry about it. You're not going to miss anything. And then we'll get back to the whole thing. Because the thing is, there are a lot of bad redemption arcs. There are a lot of, oh no, they had a tragic backstory. That's not a redemption arc. That's excusing. It's explaining. But explaining is not excusing. Explaining, excusing, two different things. That's not redemption arc. Zuko, perfection. Zuko is perfection. Zuko is the past, present. I'm talking. I said I wouldn't, so I'm going to stop talking now. Because there's an ad break, and you don't want to miss anything. I just don't like redemption arc where one last minute good action is considered a redemption. I agree with you, Echo. I agree. And the thing about Avatar The Last Airbender is that's not what happened. That's not what happens at all. Yes, you're correct. Self-sacrifice is not a redemption arc. You're seeing more and more why Avatar The Last Airbender is the blueprint. It is the blueprint of a redemption arc because it is neither of those things. Okay, I will go watch that. How dare you? How dare you do that to me? How dare you? How dare you? How very dare you? There is no live action movie in Ba Sing Se. There is no live action movie in Ba Sing Se. There is also no live action TV show in Ba Sing Se. There is only the cartoon Avatar The Last Airbender. Nothing else exists. I hope that you understand now. I hope that it all is more clear now. You guys, there's an ad for... Wait, what do you mean? I'm assuming it's an ad to not do fentanyl, not an ad for fentanyl? I'm assuming? What are you talking about? What are you... There was also never a sequel nor prequel to The Matrix. Trequel. Report too late, it happened to be too fast. Oh my god. You know things you just like don't see because you're in Canada? Wild. Holy crap. I am so sorry that you had to see that. Jesus. It is absolutely bonkers. What the hell? Well, anyways, this stream isn't sponsored by any of that. If I could turn off ads altogether, I would. But I cannot, unfortunately. Jesus. Amazon doesn't even want to sell me. Are they showing AI Reaper videos as an ad now? I tried fentanyl and was insanely addicted, just like the drug. What? Want me to be my skin turn blue, my organs, and what? Okay. Okay. Okay, come here, everyone. Since that was an ad during my stream, I know you are all fine people in here, but I'm just going to put this out there that drug addiction is extremely complicated. Fentanyl specifically, and opiates specifically, the majority of people that get addicted to that are people who have had extremely terrible medical issues, like cancer, right? And then they get prescribed things, and then they get addicted to the things they are prescribed to, right? Right? So that's how the majority of opiate addiction happens. So ads like these are extremely damaging. And also, even if that's not how it has happened for someone with an addiction, it's an extremely complicated illness. It deserves empathy, it deserves kindness, it deserves patience, and people deserve help from it. Not this kind of fear-mongering and shame that this government is putting out there instead. And to take such a nuanced and complex issue, and something that a lot of people, even if they don't struggle with themselves, have known someone to struggle with, is super, it's just irresponsible. It's just extremely irresponsible and harmful. We need to treat people with dignity. Fear-mongering doesn't solve a thing. Yeah, exactly. I worked in a methadone clinic before undergrad. Before my undergrad. Sorry, grad school. Not undergrad. Sorry, my bad. I worked in a methadone clinic before I became a therapist, before grad school. And you know what I tell people about it? Because everyone's like, you must have wild stories. And I'm like, actually, I don't. Like, not with the clients. I have wild stories with some of the staff. Not with clients. They're just people, you know? Irresponsible is the exact word. Exactly. That's hardcore. And the thing is, it wasn't really. It was I unlearned a lot of stuff from that job. Perceptions and biases that I had that I didn't realize I had. And there was the odd, rare event that might happen that was a little weird, but for the most part, most of my wild stories were from other staff members, not from clients. Yeah. From the country that brought you the DARE program, never irresponsible. Also, physiological dependence and addiction are two different things. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, yes, they are. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I'm horrified that that ad played. So I just thought I had to say something about it because that is so unbelievable and absolutely terrible. Love you, Trina. Love you, Wonder. Okay. Thank you for the important talk, Trina. Yeah, absolutely. I was like, I'm not going to just let that slide. That was an ad that played during my stream. Absolutely not. I think I got targeted because I'm in Arizona where these kind of ads are allowed to fly, which is so bananas to me. Holy crap. Oh my god. Well, I hope everyone's feeling okay. Take a drink of water. Take a deep breath if you need to, because, yeah, that sounds really horrible. Okay, back to your redemption arc. Because I actually agree with a lot of what y'all have been saying, I'm putting it in has potential because while Avatar: The Last Airbender has the best redemption arc ever written of all time, most redemption arcs are really bad. So I'm putting it in has potential because it does, and the potential is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like that's the blueprint. The potential is Avatar. The blueprint is Avatar: The Last Airbender. But often it's done terribly. Yeah. I love me some found family. Yeah. I love it so much. It just gives me the warm fuzzies. And I just love people loving each other. I just love people loving each other. And that's why I love found family. And I love friendship magic. I just love it when people love each other. I don't like found family. It often tied to you receiving value because you're suddenly related to someone. Oh, I think we're defining found family as two different things. That's not what I mean. I'm talking about like people finding strong friendships and connections with people outside of their family in book and basically finding a family that they've chosen within a story. That's what I'm talking about when I say found family. Yeah, exactly. At least I can't say for other things, but in books that's the definition that is used when we're talking about it in the context of a book trope. That's cool. Yeah. So it's basically like when you find your crew, when you find your people. And yeah. So yeah, just to clarify what I mean. I don't mean like finding out that a secret uncle exists. That's nah. All right. Dead character saves the day. I hate this. um I actually hate this. Like so much. Because I don't like the coming back to life trope. Because I just spent half a book grieving. And I thought the way you tackled that grief was so beautiful and so honest and so real and so nuanced. And then they're back, surprise! And it's like, I feel like you just let go of all that development and storytelling by doing that. I'm not saying it can never do well. Um like I'm not saying like I think when there's unsure whether a character died, that's a different thing. But like when it's like absolutely dead, characters all grieved it, reader grieved it, and then they're back, nah. I just no. I don't like it. I don't like it. You might disagree, that's fine. I don't like it. Um Hero loses powers. I hate this. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. Also, I'm using the word hero very loosely here. But like replace hero with main character. I hate it so much. It ruins the book, the entire series for me. I hate it. Because I think there's a difference between learning how to be who you are without relying on something, or someone purposely giving something up because they don't want it, and just losing it because now that you've done what you need to do, you don't need this anymore. Who the fudge cares? Do you think like we in the world don't get to keep something just because we don't need it anymore? And what does like who gets to decide that when in the context of a fantasy novel it's so integrated into who the person is as a character and as a person and in their like in their story arc? Like no, 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 no. F tier unless you have a strong and compelling reason beyond just plot. Yes, exactly. Like it needs to be like, I'm not saying it's impossible to do well, but it's not possible enough that makes it worth being in the has potential category. So it's still F tier. If an author, if enough people write it well so that I change my mind on that, incredible, and I'll be thrilled. But it hasn't even happened to the minimal level of me being able to move it past that. So genius character is weird because it's not something I believe in. Like we all have our own strengths. Like I know it's talking about specifically a very specific type of analytical smarts. Um but I also like exactly like Sherlock Holmes okay, Mr. Mid. Yeah, I get what yeah, I would be there. And like I feel like sometimes it is kind of used to be like, oh, of course this random super smart person just knew. Of course they knew because they're just brilliant. And I feel like, okay, well, you just didn't feel like fleshing out that mystery enough to figure that out. And I think that's where Sherlock Holmes isn't quite that because part of that's part of the mystery in Sherlock Holmes. Um, to a degree, minus that whole like part in the BBC Sherlock Holmes where he's like, oh, his charging cable is frayed, so he's an alcoholic, and I'm like looking at my charging cable and I'm like my charging cable's always frayed. So like the Mentalist was pretty mid. I haven't seen the Mentalist, so I can't really comment on that. But yeah, I don't really like it, so I'm gonna put it in side eye. I don't even really think it has potential. Like I don't know. Like yes, I loved the BBC Sherlock Holmes minus that one thing. Um, but like as a general trope or plot device, I don't think it's even can reach the potential. I'm just kind of side-eyeing it. I love dystopians, but it's weird to put it in Little Treat because like it's not. like it's horrifying because it's real. You know? um we can have little dystopias a treat. Dystopia's S tier. unless it's real. S tier is a massive sci-fi plan. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in S tier because I do think there's like a genre of dystopian that isn't dystopian but keeps being marketed as dystopian. And I'm going to put that category aside for now and talk about real dystopian things like Parable of the Sower. Um, yeah. We can have a little dystopia as a treat. just, just losing it. um, you know what? I'm gonna put it in good soup because of that. I think there's just too many things that have been marketed as dystopian that aren't dystopian and that misunderstand the meaning of dystopian and think dystopia just means category, you know? It sounds unhinged. I'm talking about freaking Divergent, obviously. But so because of that, it's going in good soup instead of my Shayla because yeah. But like real dystopians, 100% my Shayla obsessed always. Happily ever after, I don't know. I'm not happy enough for it. um God, I'm learning a lot about myself by doing this tier list, you know? I'm really learning a lot about myself. Um yeah. Yeah. I appreciate it for watching with the kids, but doesn't do a lot for me personally. Happily Ever After is a nice little treat. I think so, because I think there are definitely, like, once in a while, I would agree with that. Like, once in a while, I think if I'm in the mood for something just cozy, and yeah, and like certain kids' movies for sure, um, I would agree with that. I love fairy tale retellings. I love fairy tale retellings. I love fairy tale retellings. Did I mention I love fairy tale retellings? I'm not going to put it in my Shayla because there's some bad ones out there, but you're definitely going in good soup. I love, I love, I love, I love fairy tale retellings. But do you love them? I don't know. I think this is funny that intricate world building is a trope. Like, that's not a trope. I wish more than anything. Yeah, but how do you really feel? I love when you all troll me. Um, um, intricate. I also love whenever Rahomo like unlocks the musical theater nerd within. It makes me very, very happy. Um, I wish to go to the festival. Um, yeah, this is weird in here because like that's just means it's good. You know? Like I'm putting it in there because if you've done a good job in world building, it's just good. Like like it's just good. So that's not a trope. That's just good writing. Like I'm confused. like I'm like I'm like I'm like I'm confused. It's just good. Like it's just good. Am I missing something? It's just good. Um yeah, unless it's Gene Old droning for 5 pages of the color of the grass and sky, let me use my own. But that's not intricate world building to me. That's over explaining. That's over explaining or overly descriptive. Intricate just means that you did a good job at describing the world and that you made everything with thought and proper construction and intrigue, right? Like that's not a trope to me. So, yeah. I wouldn't call things that overdo it with the explanations and the like overdo it as intricate. Can I say words today? Intricate. I would just call that as overkill. I skipped so many pages in her book. Speaking of intricate world building, did you watch the start of Campaign 4 yet? I have not, Echo. I don't know. I'm so excited by the concept of it. I haven't watched Nightbot. Chill the fudge out. I've adjusted your settings so many times and you won't stop being annoying. You won't stop being annoying. Okay, back to what I'm saying. I'm really struggling with watching things right now. Oh my god, shut up. I'm really struggling with watching things right now. And I think once the fundraiser is done, that will change. But I can hardly sit down and watch a 30-minute show right now. It's kind of a problem. Which is why I have not. And yes, I am worried that if I don't watch it as it's airing, I'm going to get so behind and then wait 6 years to watch it. That is a genuine concern. But also, I do want to give it my full attention, and I don't want to have to replay things a million times or feel like I'm not giving it the care it deserves. More than fair. It's also a dense start to the campaign. We watched the first half last night. Fair enough. And they're long, right? Like, it's not like Dimension 20 where, like, I think the longest episode was 5 hours, but that was, like, outside of the norm. And I think that was because COVID hit in the middle of them filming their campaign. But that was like literally only happened one time. Other than that, like max 2.5 hours, 3 on the long end. So much lore in such a short period. I bet 4 hours an episode usually. Yeah, I did watch Exandria because that was only 4 episodes, but like the last episode of Exandria was 6 hours, I think. But yeah, like, yeah, I just want to give it the care it needs. Yeah. Also, I'm in love with Whitney. Yay! I'm happy to hear that. Okay. Do damsel in distress main characters still exist? Like, I swear I have not seen that anytime recently. They exist in romance novels. I guess I don't read enough romance novels. I guess Belle, I would not define Belle that way. Like, pulp novels. Yeah, like I know that specific genre of romance novels. We're not talking about like modern romance novels, like that very specific genre of romance novels. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in jail because that type. But Tusk Love is different because it's like self-aware. I feel like Tusk Love is like very self-aware. And I'm saying this as someone who hasn't read it. I'm just like assuming there's like the self-aware satire aspect built in versus like versus like a book that's like doing it genuinely. So yeah, that's just going to jail. I finished it today. Oh my god, incredible. I love that. I can't wait to read it. Reluctant Hero I enjoy because it's funny. Like, I think it's really funny for someone being like, I just don't want to. Like, I think it's funny. Reluctant Hero is up there with morally gray main character for me. I wouldn't put it quite that high for me, but I do think it's like interesting, and it's a unique way to explore a character, and also it can be really funny. I'm thinking The Cowboy in Shanghai Noon. I don't know if I've watched that or read that. I'm gonna put it in a little treat. Because I like it, but I wouldn't say it's like one of my all-time faves. Star-Crossed Lovers, I'm side-eyeing. I also think that as a term, it isn't well defined in books or movies or TV shows. Like, I feel like people talk about it with Romeo and Juliet, but that's also just missing Romeo and Juliet as the cautionary tragedy it is about a creepy man that's a playboy and Juliet just not knowing what she's doing because she's like 11. And like if you properly go back and read the play in full, like, hey, listen, wait, why? Oh, Aqua, was that you? Nightbot disagrees. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I feel like people don't know what, I don't think any of us, and when I say people, I mean the world. I don't think any of us know what star-crossed lovers means. And using it in Romeo and Juliet is a disservice to that play, and just says, you know what my favorite adaptation of Romeo and Juliet is a movie that just came out recently. It's called Rosalie. Find it, watch it. It understands that play more than any adaptation I've ever seen. Channeling Navi from Zelda Ocarina of Time. I love it. Yeah. Slow burn. Demisexual in me is coming out strong, my Shayla, for the slow burn. Listen. I don't want them even holding hands by book 3. Like, that's a slight exaggeration. But, like, I want my burn so slow that, like, I feel Delulu for shipping it. Like, that's how slow I want my burn. I want my burn so slow that, like, a gaze will have me screaming. I want my burn so slow that their pinkies slightly graze each other and I pass out. That's what I want. Some one-room movies like The Man from Earth, that's pretty good. Oh, interesting. Space opera. Now, this is going to be surprising to people, but I have only seen one Star Wars movie in full. I will fix that one day. I will. I promise I will. I promise I will. But I personally haven't experienced enough to have a real you're ahead of me as a sci-fi fan. Fair enough. I haven't experienced enough to really have an opinion on them. I'm not a big sci-fi reader. I usually the sci-fi I read is very like light sci-fi. You know, like kind of just like, yeah. Anyways, so it's not something I can really say too much about. So I'm going to be like super clear here. This isn't a knock on this at all. It's just I'm going to put it in has potential because I think it has potential because I haven't experienced enough of it, and maybe one day I will, and that'll be great. But like I can't firmly judge it because of that. I love dragons so much. 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 Aragon is my life. I've been chasing the high of reading Aragon when I was like 12 years old, and I haven't found anything to give me what that series made me feel. And the only reason it's not in my Shayla is because there have been some dragons popping up and they haven't been good enough because it's not enough book about the dragons. There's not enough dragons. There's not enough dragons. How much longer are you going to be on? I don't know. Probably not much longer, to be honest, because it's like 9:11. So I'm probably going to finish up this, sing goodbye, and then, yeah. Why you asking? Okay, I'm gonna hop on in a minute. We will go over to Wonder then. Our raid target is confirmed. That was easy. 9/11 make a wish. I thought that's 11/11. Isn't that 11/11 Wonder? Wonder, isn't that 11/11? Not really. But like that's why I thought it was 11. Never forget 9/11. Wait, that's real? Wait, is that real? Wait. Wait, is that real? I made it up, but I'm making it a thing. Oh my god, Wonder, you are a goblin. 9th of November. Every time I see 9/11, I tell Jimothy to make a wish. Oh, make a sis. I like a magical modern day, but it has to be written well because some magical modern days are like, why do you have a cell phone? Because they haven't established the world well enough for me to be convinced that there's reason to have a cell phone. But then others, they've established the world well enough so that it's great. So like it just fully depends on the writing style. Um, like I can really like it, and then other times I'm like, nah. And I think it just depends on how well the world has been fleshed out. Magic should be ancient. I mean, I prefer it, and I think my brain um does better in those settings, in historical magic settings, than modern day. But I wouldn't say, are you wearing a Hadestown shirt? I am wearing a Hadestown shirt. It's the Our Lady of the Underground Hadestown shirt. Because obviously, um, nothing past Time of Willow. Yeah, I think it can be good. I haven't seen a ton of examples of it. And I do think people mix dystopia with magic a lot, weirdly enough. Um, so I'm gonna put it in has potential because it does. Um, it can be good, but like it really is specific to the author. I really like fairies too. Not enough Dagron. Not enough Dagron. Hello, dogs. Welcome on in. Bandcamp is an independent music platform where the primary way of supporting artists is buying their music directly because streaming platforms give artists next to nothing. So what happens on Fridays every couple months, Bandcamp does something called Bandcamp Friday, where basically they waive the revenue share. So minus your payment process fee, all of the funds that you use to purchase something from an artist goes directly to them. So it's a great way to support independent artists. So yeah, that's why people are talking about Bandcamp today and promoting their Bandcamps. Mine's pinned to the top. And Bandcamp Friday ends at, I believe, midnight Pacific, so that's 3 a.m. Eastern. And yeah, it's a great way of supporting independent artists, especially because music streaming isn't, yeah, it doesn't really pay much. And it helps us continue to make our stuff. Yes, there we go. Yeah. Is it Bandcamp Friday? It has a timer. Bandcamp does have a pretty solid split, but the great thing about Bandcamp Friday is that there is no split on it. So all the money goes directly to the artists. And yeah, I'm happy to talk about it. I appreciate you asking. Not enough Dagrond is killing me, Aqua. Aqua, I'm not enough Dagrond. I'm gonna be putting fairies in a little treat because there's a very broad array of fairies in fiction. Okay, um, there's a broad array of fairies in fiction, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Some fairies are a little treat. And I'm talking about the fairies that are a little treat. Yeah, and the only reason Dragon's not going in my Shayla is because there are some disappointing dragon books out there, and I'm like, why are you here? I don't know why there's randomly Kermit the Frog at the bottom here. It's me. I'm the fairy who's the treat. Romo, stop. I had it as just dragons first, but then Wonder's message was just the right amount of unhinged. Kermit's S tier. I mean, Kermit is S tier. Absolutely. Oh my god. Wonder's message was iconic. Oh my god. I love it. I love it so much. Okay. I think we're like happy with this. Let me just like see my order. I'm gonna do a thing. What thing are you gonna do, Aqua? Whenever Aqua says she's gonna do a thing, I just sit here being like, should I be excited or scared or concerned or all of the above? You know, I genuinely don't know. You can carry, okay, but then Aqua does this and she just does a smiley face. What does that mean? What does that mean? Whenever Aqua does a smiley face, that's just a regular smiley face. Nightbot, chill the F out. Chill the F out. You are going off way too much and there's a timer on you. I don't know why you're doing this. The timer is much longer than what you're doing. Yeah, and Aqua will just put a normal little smiley face, and I'm sitting here like, what? What? What is this? What is this? And I know things know many and I know things now. Am I okay? Am I okay? Nightbot can't be contained by a mere timer, apparently. Echo, what do you know? Echo, I know you're quoting, but I also feel like you're plotting, and okay, I'm also, this needs to be like here. We're gonna go like this. Okay, that looks pretty good actually. Okay. I think this looks good. I think this looks pretty good. Okay. Okay. Let's download this. And then I will post it in Discord. Okay. Great stream, love you. Love you too. We are gonna go over to Wonder, who's going live shortly. Because Wonder has a brand new channel, so we want to support Wonder's brand new channel. Okay. Did you change it back to Bandcamp Friday? Thank you, Aqua. Was there anything else you were gonna do though? Aqua also likes scaring me. Like Aqua sometimes is doing something like so normal, and then in due time, what does that mean? What does that mean? Great stream. Thanks for the giggles, Trina. Yeah, my pleasure. We're going to go into Wonder's stream. And they're live now, so perfect. And I am going to sing goodbye. Thank you so much, friends, for hanging out. This was a lovely Friday evening stream. I genuinely had the best time, and I appreciate y'all so much. We're going to sing a quick little goodbye song, get those raid messages, either the regular or sub raid, and show Wonder all the love in the world. And I will grab hearts to spam hearts when we hold on, Echo. Trina, you have two options. Wait, Aqua, what are you? Aqua, what are you doing? Aqua, what are you doing? Okay, I'm holding. Oh my god. Is that what you were doing? Wait. I have half an ounce of Aqua, I love you. Aqua, I love you so much. Okay. Never mind. Grab one of those raid messages and grab your hearts while we sing. Oh my god, I didn't want to rush into the raid call, hence in due time. Fair enough. Oh my gosh, this was so fun. Let's see those hearts, friends. So long, farewell, a fleetest and good night. I hate to go and leave this pretty side. So long, farewell, a fleetest and adieu, to you and you. So long, farewell, au revoir, wiedersehen. I'd like to stay and taste my first champagne. I have to go, I cannot tell a lie. I've lived, I've float, I fleetly flee, I fly. The sun has gone to bed, and so must I. One of the rare times I actually have to sing the right version because it actually has gone to bed and I actually will too.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much, friends, for such a fun and just lovely, wholesome stream. I appreciate y'all. Do you want me to update Wonder's Command for their new channel? Yeah, if you could just add both channels, because they're still going to be streaming on the Wonder Truly channel as well, but feel free to add the other one as their other channel. Thank you, all of you. Thanks so much, Aqua. Thank you, all of you, for your kindness and just fun vibes today. I appreciate you all so much. I'll be live again Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Feel free to join the Discord to stay tuned on all that. And it's where all the controversial tier lists get posted, as well as stay tuned to my socials. Yeah, I don't think there's any other updates. If you know any streamers that last minute want to join into the event we're doing, feel free to send them my way. But other than that, let's go show Wonder some love. Make sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, Aqua. All right, there's the raid. Copy the regular Chaos Raid message or either of the two regular Chaos Raid messages or the sub raid, regular raid. You know, words are hard. Anyways, I love you all. Thanks for being here for this just chatting. I literally sang hello, talked for an hour, and then said, yeah, music's not happening today, and put my guitar to the side. Thank you for all the Trina. Listen, the witch hat thing, I don't know why that's even still there, because I did get rid of stream elements, but whatever, I guess it just stayed. I don't mind just that aspect, I guess, being there. I don't know how. After some impressive programming, that first half of stream was a fever dream. It's nice of the Trolls movie to help out upcoming artists like Justin Timberlake. Many good quotes. Many good quotes. Oh no, it might have been on cooldown. My dunkers. Oh my god. The quotes on cooldown. Oh my god. Okay, go to Wonder. Bye.
I'm a little